Lejeune asked Anna how she did it, but Anna also looked bewildered. She just wanted to escape from this terrible place as soon as possible. Anna tried to open the door, but found it locked tightly. In desperation, she subconsciously threw a punch, which she herself could not believe. The punch actually went straight through the door. She did not have time to think about it, and hurriedly opened the door to escape. However, those uninvited guests were still lingering downstairs. She had no choice but to find another way out. In a panic, she picked up the hairdryer, stood on the bathtub, and kissed the skylight. Shockingly, the seemingly solid tempered glass was easily smashed into a big hole in front of him, like paper. The men who heard the noise quickly went upstairs to check, but Anna and Xiaohei had already climbed to the roof through the skylight. However, due to his thigh injury, Xiaohei lost his balance when crossing the roof due to exhaustion. Anna wanted to catch him, but was slow. With one step, Xiaohei slid down from the roof and landed heavily on the ground. Looking at Xiaohei below, whose life or death was unknown, Anna made up her mind and jumped down from the roof as well. Surprisingly, she was not hurt at all after landing. However, Xiaohei was obviously not so lucky and was already dead. At this time, the drug dealers were chasing her again. Anna had no time to think about anything else and could only get up and continue to flee. She fled to the road in a panic and happened to meet a jeep. She seemed to see the grass for help and wanted to call for help, but due to physical exhaustion and extreme mental stress, she fainted on the ground. The kind man carried her into the car and quickly drove away from the scene. When the drug dealers caught up, the car had already disappeared without a trace. A moment later, the man took Anna to his residence. Looking at Anna's graceful figure, evil thoughts arose in his heart. And when she was trying to do something bad to Anna, what did you do? Give me a chance, you little bastard. Anna was horrified to find that a retractable bone spur had grown on her arm. It was like a devil's claw from hell. The man was so frightened by the horrific scene that he fled in panic. Anna hurried to the mirror to check her physical condition. What caught her eye was the festering symptoms on her arm. She desperately washed it with water to try to wash away the terrible change. However, the bone spur on her elbow appeared again, as if announcing that her body was out of control. Realizing the seriousness of the matter, Anna hurried to the hospital with a glimmer of hope, hoping that the doctor could help her check her body and find a solution. However, when the doctor saw her symptoms, he was so scared that he stepped back. His face was full of fear and shock, and he shouted for the security guard to arrest her and isolate her. Seeing this, Anna ran all the way without looking back. In her panic, she ran into the isolation ward by mistake. At this critical moment, Anna found that delicate knives had suddenly appeared on her palms, stabbing her soul. With a sudden move, she used the knives to quickly climb to the ceiling and signaled the girls in the ward not to make a sound. Only then did she successfully evade the security guard's pursuit. After leaving the hospital, Anna's good luck did not end. She was targeted by Jack's men again. One of the accomplices attacked her from behind while she was not being watched, drugged her, and took her away. When Anna woke up again, she found herself locked in a dim room, with her hands tightly tied with cable ties. She looked around and found that there were no guards watching. A glimmer of hope of escape ignited in her heart. She used the dancing movements of her wrists like blades to easily cut the cable ties on her hands. However, she did not choose to escape immediately, but was attracted by the raw meat on the table. At this time, his body seemed to be controlled by an inexplicable force. The feeling of hunger hit him like a tide. He picked up the raw meat and ate it with big mouthfuls, completely disregarding his image. At this moment, Jack walked in and saw this scene. After giving a calm explanation with his professional knowledge, he said that Anna's body was undergoing